All right, guys, let's go. All right, let's see what did today bring us. Oh, look at that! I was just looking at this and doing a little bit of a demonstration here. How's everybody doing? Anybody here, or they all disappear all of a sudden? Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna just jam then. Okay, so with Bitcoin here, let's see. Been looking at this thing, and if anybody has comments, just go ahead and throw them in there. I'm reading all that stuff. So, okay, just using this trend based tool right here, nice upswing, and I'm looking at a smaller time frame. So if we're trying to do some kind of wave count, there's like some consolidation, some kind of triangle here. Not gonna get into the weeds of it here, but just tend to do this like when you're on your way just to spill out here. So you got an impulse down, impulse, smaller impulse back up, larger impulse. Here's a 4. Potentially this can end here, but when the trend starts stops advancing to either direction, you want to be looking at what's the distance. What's the distance? Let's say if this is like our third wave down on this time frame. If this is our 3 right here, where do we want to look to see where it actually got choked out? There you go, 382 to 236. So the fact that we hit this is enough for us to start like maybe changing the direction in the trend. But here's the thing: just how we got these moves into this box that we had mentioned on the timeline and yesterday, you also want to pay attention that if once we come back up here, this is now going to be somewhat of like resistance. So if we come back up here, maybe that 100, we have to like watch out that this right here, this structure right here was 1 5 wave structure, may have a 3 wave structure, and then come back down again. So to fill this area right here, because this is an important, like I mark them off with boxes like that, so that hey, we almost got the whole fill here, but we might actually be waiting to come back down here, and be honest, it might be even coming back a little bit lower, but that's one scenario, right? That's one scenario, because typically these kind of lows like this, they end up getting got. But we also want to, like, if we do something like this, let's just say we do like some channeling like this, like you do a 1 2 1 2, and you start breaking above here, that can change the direction, right? That can change the direction. Whereas like you can start advancing, probably pull back again, and then do one of these things again. So as of right now, though, I think we are going to start climbing to the top side. One sec. And yeah, that's that. So as much as Bitcoin right now, as much as it's pulling back and correcting a bit from the highs, what we want to pay attention to, I think, is Ethereum. What do you guys think about that? Okay. All right. Give me a second here. On you said on what? Oh, excellent. Okay. On what time? Say the time frame again. So whoever's listening right now, we're also in Discord. So if you want to jump into Discord, you can do that too. Okay. Give me a second. Hello, how are you? Solid. Give me a second here. Gotta remind people here. I don't take orders from nobody, dude. You know, you already know that. What up? What up? Oh Jesus, dude. I hate it. I hate jocks, dude. Thank you. And no. I appreciate it. It's just you already got, you guys know it. You guys have been with me for like a year plus. It ain't my style, but this is the funny part. It's because I have my collar popped up all the time. That's why. That's why I had it. No, dude, bro, I'm bad. No, it's actually getting bad. Like some upper level manager where I work or whatever, like the deputy director. He's at my office today, and I give him a head nod, like "What's up?" Where everybody's like hiding, and my boss is like, "Did you just do a head nod at the boss?" I'm like, "That's the boss." Oh, all right, cool. And I just went in my office, and he kind of gave me a look like, "Do you know who I am?" And bro, like I would care if I knew. No, it doesn't. But it's when you work in a bureaucracy, yeah, dude. You're supposed to like. Uh huh. Hey, dude, and then Bitcoin's at like 120K, dude. I'm like, you watch your mouth. I'm the Kermit meme right now, but it's funny though. But I've been like that for a long time, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, but yeah, I mean, as far as a collection, thank you guys. I like the whole lore better than the price that it is. The 618. That's cool. I did like that. So, uh, yeah, and I'm happy to do it. So, and like the whole idea of it was to like get people that either want to learn how to trade, get better at it. And I said, if you come into the space here and you're legit just finding a better entry instead of buying a top and then being like, why do I keep buying and it just keeps dumping? Yeah, if you're getting help just buying at a better area, that's like it's winning. So yes, and one of those things, and I'm really trying to work with Cube right now. So just like if anybody who's kind of been around and just if you haven't set up an account with Cube, check them out. I'm really starting to start to farm them blocks because I know they're gonna be doing an airdrop in the near future, maybe like month or two. So I'd just check it out. Um, and I spend some time talking about stuff and the direction that they're going. So I like it. I like it, and you guys know how I am about like talking about products. Like if I'm trying to sell you something, but at the same time, you guys know me enough that if I'm selling something, it's probably worth your time. So there you go. So if you want to sign up, use my ref code 618. See that, everybody? It has a nice ring to it. Okay, so you're saying with an hourly, you're talking about the inverse head and shoulders jit right here. If you're still there. Yeah, yeah, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, and this is the thing. I do think that you're gonna get that action, right? But okay, so remember, we don't want to get all technical, especially like when we're doing live streams. But I'll just give you like the simple little stuff here. Like even on the hourly, it's a little. You can see it more on the other time frames, just because it's you see more candles. But if we go ahead and draw this out here, kind of got your one, two, your three, four, and that fits for your fifth to end for this structure. But you also might be getting your W, X, Y. So, and if that happens, you may be repeating the trend to the downside. Okay. So I had seen TJ had posted something at about 111, 112. I think that's gonna put us right in that level, right? And then you have the futures gap. Where's the futures gap? I already forgot. Let's go look. If we can't remember, let's go look. I had a chart up earlier. I think it's 114. I have something at around 113.8. I need to mark that off because I remember it. So I think 113.8. If we get down there, this is where I'm gonna be looking right here, because I think a lot of people are gonna be looking for lower. But does anybody know why I think this one? If you saw the charts earlier, I tried to do the guessing game with you guys to get you guys, stimulated a bit. You don't have to. It's okay. I'll show you though. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. Sorry, I'm sounding like a Canadian. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is what I'm looking at. 114.3. And the reason for that is 4236. Very high place of a reversal. So if we actually end up reversing right here at 114.3, I wouldn't be surprised, people. All right, so keep that in mind. So let's go to some other stuff here. I did want to look at Ethereum. Good old Ethereum. I'm reading your stuff. No, it's nice. It's nice. I know. I haven't even seen this. Nice. Oh, yeah. Oh my god. So, yeah, I like it. No, and remember, guys, there's a reason for it. I know a lot of people give hate on, the Ethereums and stuff like that, but the reason why I like it is that if we go up with Ethereum, that means everything goes up. All our little shitters, for the most part, are gonna be going up. Okay, so that's why I like it. Boom, boom. See, I'm trying to be high tech right now. You see, you guys can't see this if you're in the Discord, but if you're actually in on the live stream, yep, I even got the little Mario right here hitting the block. There's the order block, pushing it up. But okay, let me see. With Ethereum, this pullback here, right into a 50%, the golden pocket, we just basically grazed it. So seeing this right now, yeah, once you start seeing this double bottom, Ishi, you're the one who called this out. We saw that whole thing right here where it was just moving sideways, did your dip, and then boom. That was it. That was it. Oh god, here we go. Oh god. Oh god, here we go. Perversion. Okay, guys, this is the perverted chat now. Yeah, you started saying my peach. Oh my god. Okay. And remember, when it comes to these things like this, right? Oh, when it comes to this, oh my god, I can't even stop myself anymore. Look for ranges like this that stop moving and they move in the series of threes. This is what's up? Did I miss something? So if you're in a range and you're moving in a series of threes, it's basically telling you that you're in a corrective structure. So just be looking at when it goes like how we're looking at it right now. 3, 3, 3, 3, and the larger 3. Okay, once you start seeing these threes like this, you can just tell yourself, okay, this is a corrective pattern. Trader's paradise, sell the high, buy the low, right? And then this ending move right here, this finish him move, I show this a lot. When it ends like this, it basically wipes everybody out here. Everybody that was playing here, the high and the low, guess what they do? Oh, it's going to go higher. It broke the range. And then wham, all the way back down and runs all the lows. So everybody that was doing fine right here playing the range got smoked, both the high and the lows. I mean, not everybody, but you know what I mean. So you clean everything here. Okay? Now, like we were measuring, got that 50% into the golden pocket right here. And when we say golden pocket, that is your 618 and your 50% retrace. Retrace to the high side, to the low side, and then boom, you have another structure right here. So if we start just measuring and measuring, let's go see what the swing is going to give us here. I'm just going to use this one, just for the sake of brevity. If this is your swing high here, so about there, look what we got. Okay. Target would have been your 175, 1618, pull back. So where's the next place we're looking? 3200, likely 3267. Because if we look, and not using this one here, if we're not using that one there, this looks like a bit of a consolidation throughout the day. All right, little flag. And if you start trending above, you broke the last high, which was right here, 2906. You had your break, and then you had a break of structure and a pullback. You held that, and now you're tackling this 5%, which usually that's what they run for stops, but it's continuing. So at this point, I don't see any reason why anybody should just not let this thing fly up to here. The 3267 on, this is the index on Ethereum. So we're looking pretty good. And just looking left here, what do we got? What do we got to contend with here? Look at that. There's kind of a mess here. This is definitely where you need, you know, your friend Mario to be breaking some block. What's up? Yeah, you need to break that block right there. Because if we start going into this one here, to the regular line chart, what are we kind of looking for? What kind of action here? Okay, you can see we're already starting to breach this area, but ultimately you got this guy. Okay, this is the action that we're looking at. This is where we're going to have a little bit of a harder time to break. Not saying that we can't. Not saying that we can't. I'm just saying. You see, and look what's right above that. That 618, that 3800. So going back to the candles, going to the line chart, by the way, it's pretty good tool to see where like the chart actually pivots. Sometimes it's harder to count things that way, but candles can be misleading sometimes. So especially the setup that we have. So I'm gonna go back into this, kind of give us some targets. Yeah, so I'm gonna say the first place that you're gonna see likely some resistance is going to be 3375 and the high of about 3700. And the reason why I'm going to go ahead and just get into this thing. Okay, I haven't even done the volume profile, so what do we got? Something kind of shallow here, right? I'm not going to count that one. This is I'm going to go put it over here. This is a much easier place to get the visualization of a 3-wave into a 4 into a 5th wave structure here. Yeah, so you're working on the 5th right now. So likely, what are we going to get when we get to that area? Likely a pullback. And I wouldn't be surprised, since that golden pocket, or this is not a golden pocket. I better change the color. Okay, since this is gonna likely to be resistance here, okay, this is where you're gonna be wanting to look for what's happening in this area. And if you look at your RSI, is it gonna be forming a bull div or bear div? Sorry. So as far as the momentum oscillator with the MACD, you're starting to do a green print up here, which is good. It's positive, and you got some kind of flagging going on here on RSI. So, and then you see the whale accumulation. It's like ready to go there. So yeah, this doesn't look bad. And if you go ahead and like zoom out a bit here, let me get on over here. Where is the actual place we're going to be looking? Where? Any ideas, chat? Any ideas? Flat. I love plums. Yay. What kind of plums? Okay. Did I go dark? Did I start asking questions? Oh, okay. Sorry, I was like, I might have caught people on asking questions in mid wipe or something. Mid, caught you mid wipe. Ew. Okay. Oh, ask me a question. Ooh. All right. Let's try this big one right here. Oh, like those equal highs, probably gonna get taken. So swing, 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 all these different swings. Okay, let's measure this structure real quick, see what values we got, what we're working with. Okay, oh, look at that. Interesting, huh? 65%. That's where we're at. Okay, 618, 65%. So that is definitely getting triggered here. So like I said, we start blowing through this thing and sitting right up here, just consolidating. This is looking pretty good, everybody. It's looking pretty good. So let yeah. And if we repeat this trade per se, okay, we repeat this trade on this pullback, which we're working on. Where is it putting us? Almost 100% of that high. Okay. That's a place you want to be paying attention to because it's going to be big sad if it comes back here again and then gets smoked again. Let's hope that they don't do that again. But it's very interesting the way it's moving, right? It's a nice structure. And if this was like your fifth wave, if this was your like fifth wave right here, this was your correction, and you're working on your next 5-wave structure. Whew, sons of bitches, if they start to get smoke people right at 4K again, it's possible, but let's not focus on that way too much, because we can also look at this one. You kind of have, let me get this out of here just so it's not so cluttered. Okay. If you have this guy, let's just say we do get smoked right there, right? Let's throw it out there. Let's just say we start getting a pullback, but then we get another shoulder at 3K. Boom, what do we have? Not a nutsack, dude. It'd be like a inverse head and shoulder pattern, and this is where that would actually be good, because everybody would be like, oh, 4K again, blah. And then you come back and comes right back up and leaves everybody behind. That's actually, if I was a market maker, that's totally what I'd do. Hey, let's use some confirmation bias here. Let's make sure that 4K is going to be the top again and get them to be like, again? And then be like, gotcha, bitch, and make it go up. That's what I'd do. That's what I would do. Let's see. I need the pi cycle top here. Let's go look at a couple other things. All right. Dude, I'm pretty stoked about Pengu. We'll get into Ara, but the reason, I'm stoked about Pengu because we literally caught this shit at the lows. Yeah, we were like, dude, I bet you Pengu's gonna go up from here. Probably just park some money that you're just waiting on. Boom. So, yeah, this thing is banging. Let's do some. Yep, I agree. Dude, molasses. Dude, you're like I swear, you're like a scribe. Because when I'm like, you remember this? You're like, yeah, I do. And I'm like, oh. I have my cosigner here. Yeah. And I've traded this, and it's just a really good trade. I bought, sold, and been like, all right, there's a pullback. This thing has heat on it. I think it's gonna really continue. You're gonna probably take out the highs here. But again, I don't like telling people to get in at highs like this because the risk is high, right? I would wait till it kind of chills out a bit, and it's hard to say where. The first thing that people ask, where? I'm like, fuck. Uh, is it okay? That's good to know. All right, let's let's see this. Okay, so let's try to find an entry for Pengu because I think there's a lot of people that do want an entry and is just not giving it. But there's gonna be an entry. There's gonna be. Okay. This is your third. You're in your fifth. Yeah, you're in your fifth here. So this is what happens when everything is super hot and it's going. That's where a lot of people have a hard time, like getting into the trade or start buying on the first little dip. Well, and it's gonna correct more, so you want to be more intentional where you decide to get in. So let's see. Not and I'm not claiming this to be the high just as of yet, but let's just kind of throw it out there. Here, let me actually do something else before I do that one. I'm gonna take this out of here. We don't need that. Okay, and I'm doing my best to keep things super simple so that we don't spend too much time in the technicals. I mean, like just anybody who's listening, we do that in Discord where we'll start like really dissecting. But just for the sake of stuff that we do, I'm just measuring simple stuff. So you got your 50% here. It looks like you're doing. It's kind of slowing a bit the trend. So I wouldn't. We're not buying here. I would say that you're buying a premium. Can we get a pullback or can we keep going? Of course, we have our 236 up here, which would be our measured move. But still, the risk is super high if you're going long here. I would not tell anybody, hey, yeah, I think you should buy it, unless you're like that person that's just an enjoyer, right? Oh, I just buy coins. Oh, you where? I don't know. I just buy coins. If you're that person, then yeah, fucking buy right here. I think it's gonna go higher. Oh, I went. And there's people like that. Oh, I went down, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll buy a little bit more. Those are the best people, actually, the coin enjoyers. Oh, I went down, rats. I'll just buy some more. So, yeah, barrels, fuck you. Wait, what? Okay. As far as ours, what? Okay, we'll go into your tokens, dude. We'll go into the 100K shitters. The 100K shitters. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, dude. Those are the 100K shitters are fun. They're fun if you like taking money from your friends. Well, because it's true. It's all it is. It's like, oh, hey man, I got a 5x off of that. How many X's did you get? A 0x? Oh, let me see. Yo, what's wrong with you? Yeah, I ain't gonna say any names, but I remember one in particular, and I literally see the wallet selling on Bird Eye, dude. I was like, oh god, that's bad. But anyway, dude, some people just have no shame and just do it. But whatever. Okay, with Pengu, yeah, you're. I think you're likely to get one more push up, but I think just let it happen, and then this thing, I think, like I said, I think it's gonna go higher. Just wait for the pullback. I think a good pullback on this one. Let's just say we get up to like 3.7 on this. Yeah, I'd be waiting for something like at around 2.3. I think that's a decent pullback. Yeah, and you have a pretty decent order block here too, and that's probably fuel to make you go even higher. So I don't think this is done. Yeah, no, it's not done. Cause wow. Let's see. Give me a second. Let's project here. Let's project. if we go all the way up to 38, okay, you get that 50% down here. Yeah, it lines up. I think anywhere like in this block right here is going to be a reload area. Yeah, I think that's a nice block. I mean, you guys, I'm sure you guys see this. Uh, this one can still extend further. This can go all, I would say around here, right? As far as we're going higher. But a pullback within this swing structure right here, yeah. This, yeah. The only thing is that if this thing gets super sold into, you have to factor in the B pivot. Yeah. If somehow, if we have that event or something that, some hack or whatever, yeah, you have to continue to like kind of remember that, hey, this here has not been tested in this area and you have some imbalances in here. But I don't hold myself to that, especially if you have a lot of support in this area. So actually, let's go see some of this. And I'm spending time with this because ultimately I thought these were easy trades, and I think that continue to be an easy trade. But again, I don't. I mean, I'm do what you want, but I'm not suggesting that you get in at where this thing just pumped like fucking mad. So. Look at that. Where are we choking right now? Value area high. You guys see that? Boom. That's where we choked. So not to say like that it's done. I'm just saying that's where we choked. Where's a POC here? Back at 1.3. Where's your you see those nubs right here? Yeah, this is where I can see it catching. Yeah. Does it have to come back down there? No, because this is what's gonna happen. If we can't hold these nubs right here, like right where we're staying in this box that low, you're gonna fall out. Yeah, it's gonna be womp womp womp. Impulse to the downside. Okay, enough for Pengu. I think, like I said, I think you're getting close to getting a potential like area for a pullback, but I'd be looking at this area. All right. And then I leave the stream up so you guys can go back and look if you want. I'm going to go to Sui because I think Sui is another one that's an easy trade. Oh, shit. It's already starting to take off. Hey, Morass is... How are you pitching the tent right now? All of it, dude. All of it. Let's see. Okay. The king of the pitchfork. Man, this one had it. Yeah, this one had you going, man. It had me going. Cause dude, I legit was like buying dips on this thing and buying dips, and I was like, fuck, man. Ooh, hey, we don't like the log chart though. In log, this looks kind of stinky over here, dude. Okay, this uh, let's see. 150 here. Let's get this out of here. That killed the boner. Okay, hold on. But it is a potential. So yes. So you got your 707 down here, but yeah, you do it long enough, you start seeing it. I'm proud. I'm proud over here. Amazing. I'm proud. Dude, everybody in here spending time. Yep. But hey, nerds know how to use an internet connection and you know, hit the computer like a piñata and shake out coins. So there you go. That's it. That's all. It's the goal here. Okay, let me see. I like how you said piñata. Okay. Piñata. Piñata. Okay, Mim. Okay, somebody is saying, where do I buy an ape? Oh man, there you. If somebody was asking about how do you buy an ape, that right there, you just leverage labs on Tensor, Magic Eden. Yeah, yeah. And I'm only saying that because somebody's asking. Because I usually, you know, we don't advertise. So at least I don't. I mean, it's kind of like you know, when somebody shows up at the Taekwondo studio and it's like, oh, you got a new one. You know, oh, my little chubby kid wants to learn how to kick. All right, let's get in there. Let's get in there. It's kind of how I look at this thing. So I keep buying tops, and it keeps. Yeah, that's what the people do. They, oh, I need my chubby kid to learn how to do taekwondo or something. It's like, oh, okay, here's comes this little bowling ball. You know, and you're like, oh god, can't even lift his leg over his waist, and you're like, fuck, man. Yeah, I was that kid, so that's why I'm talking smack. So let me see here. I don't miss the days of stretching and Hapkido though. Let me see. Okay, with Sui though, this is set up like what I know we had the pitchfork and I was like, ooh, we do have to take that into consideration, but I also think that this right here was a nice corrective structure, right? From this pivot low to this pivot high, boom. Nice retrace. A little bit steeper than I want, but it works. So now you have your right here. This is another one we can measure, okay? This is another clear 5-wave structure here. Okay, where is this one pulling to? Okay, where we're looking for is 443, and I really think that somewhere between 443 and 491, I do think that we will get a pullback. But ultimately, guys, if the market remains bullish, which I think it is, you are forming the burn the pattern in your head. So even if we come back here and retest some of these moves, there's a pretty high chance that we're going to do that. You guys see that? Yeah, like I said, I think Sui is going to be for the most part an easy trade as long as we don't. I would say we want to stay above $3. Yeah, anything above $3 is where you're like, oh man, you're probably gonna come back all the way to 219, 220. I don't see that right now, but ultimately, what we're measuring here from this low here, you're looking at something just 670 up there, or even up here to like 732, and I don't think that that's the top on this thing. I remember bull markets where everybody thinks there's a top. It just turns around and keeps going. You're just trying to catch it at that point. But again, we look at these things objectively. Yeah, I mean, we just like looking at it objectively, and if it goes higher, we'll be trying to catch it. So, yeah, but I like giving it more reasonable targets rather than, you know, somebody listened and he was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna full port this," and then they're gonna be like, "Man, I full ported on what you said." And I'm gonna be like, "Well, that's your fucking problem." You know, sorry. Entry, okay, Doge. Let's go. What is it? Twitter saying Jay Powell's gonna get fired. Yeah. Okay. What is it? Ones that. What? Can you repeat the question? The ones that hang low. Whoa, what are we going at here? I'm reading the chat. Okay, well, I won't mess around. I'll get to the fuck coin in a second. Okay. On Toonie, dude. Toonie's been hitting it with the crazy videos. Yeah. Those things are sick. Dude, I was like, I don't know, dude. I was like, listen, I even my kid at first he was like, Dad, this is so. And he just got quiet, and I was like, yeah, that's right. Be laughing at these apes, dude. It's funny. Okay, diabetes. Yeah, diabetes is an epidemic, dude. But we like we like the Rizzlers. What is the kid, the Chisler or whatever? What do you call it? The fat Costco kid? Is that the Rizzler? Okay, yeah, I guess whatever. I ain't saying nothing that's not true. What am I gonna say? He's skinny. Is that how I'm supposed to refer to him? The skinny kid at Costco? You should know already. If I saw that kid, I'd probably kick him in the stomach and be like, "Oh yeah, you can absorb that." What are booms, dude? He said, "Give me 5 booms." Oh, I can't say what Vlad pizza bake, bro. You see, you guys, Barrels is getting on my case here, dude. The dad sees his kid like a bowling ball and is giving him chocolate chip chunk and pizza bakes or whatever, dude. That right there is what you gotta think about. No. Anyway, let's go look at the Costco chart. Dude, I'm gonna tell you, I lived it, man. I lived it with the pops, dude. So yeah, I mean that's why I'm like, ah, man. All right, I'm gonna jump back into this, and you guys know that I've been bull posting Aura, so don't. I mean, with reason, with reason, okay, with reason. It was setting up, and I'm gonna show you guys right now. We needed to get over that order block, and boom, boom, there you go. Mario took it out, dude, just like that. Okay, so pitchfork. So Josh was asking me in the chat earlier that just because it hit the median, does that mean it's over? No. What it is with pitchforks, when you have something laid out real nicely like this, if it's trending down here, hitting the pitchfork, the 80% chance, it's burned. So if the chart keeps continuing and starts consolidating above a different, order block or support, but yeah, you can be looking at this falling out here and expecting it to hit again. The probability by his striking this one this time is gone for that 80%. Does that make sense? Maybe? Yes? Okay. Right. Correct. And then here's ultimately what we got, guys, and this is what we were drawing. And I'm not gonna put up the time cycles, but each one of these arrows was a time cycle. So we were saying that this thing needed to do what it was gonna do by literally right in here, and the next cycle is gonna be on Friday. So Yeah, I'm going to be looking at this. And ultimately, what we drew here was that inverse head and shoulder pattern, which has started to consolidate. And look at this impulse, pull back right into the neckline, and then boom, ran again. This is what you want to see when people are around. And I was kind of mentioning it the other day. This is a signal. This is pushed up by people with I'm going to say bigger bags. So when you have moves like this and you see it wake up, these are the signals. Yeah, I'm going to park money here. That's a signal to other people. Okay, to be able to create these impulses, that means that people have interest in this coin. So, I mean, like maybe I'm reading into it, but so far it's been working. This was a signal, boom, that you keep consolidating, and then impulse. That's a good signal to people. Yeah, this is probably going to go higher. So, and we want to do those measured moves. The bottom of that inverse head and shoulder pattern. I'm going to take this out just for now. Okay, where we said that test right around there. And we just apply that to where the neckline was formed. Right around here. So we still have some to go. Okay, that's fine. I mean, where I said earlier, where we pulled back even there, we still have room to go, and that's going to be 707. So if we start coming back up here, and then we start consolidating again in this order block here, push again higher. And I'm just putting this back up here, lining it back up so you guys see what I did. This right here, I'm just going to take out the second one. You got 28 cents as a place, but ultimately your 1618 is going to be at 34 cents, which is pretty good. And if we, let's say this was the triangle, right? If we're just going to take the distance of where the triangle started to the high, it's all pretty consistent of where we're going, which is higher MFers. Okay. What were you guys talking about? Who wanted an entry on something? Where do you want to see it hold for frizing your nervous system? Man, bro, like, dude, I'm not a hater on all that stuff, but what's a real good listening or a real good thing to see is when they're changing the oil at McDonald's and it's just like black. Oh, bro, you're like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Anybody ever see that? There we go. Okay. You're the problem, Mom. Okay. So where you want to see this thing hold, if you're looking for an entry, I would give it all the way. I mean, give me a second. Let's look at this. I'll give it a little bit more of a give it some more attention for an entry. Because ultimately, if you go to the higher time frame, right? Here, let me take some of this shit off so you guys can see. The impulse hasn't even really started. The impulse was back here, which obviously you got your price expansion. Now you're consolidating at right here at 9 cents. You got your low of 8.6. Okay. So you have that breakout and you're working on another impulse. You haven't even gotten your, basically your third yet. So anywhere that you're pulling back over here, what is it? I would say anywhere from about 15 to about 15.7. That's a nice area to reclaim. But I will also say with this thing, if if the impulse hasn't started yet and you're working on it on a higher time frame impulse, it can start just going. Let's see. Before we do that, yeah, I'm gonna hit bonk just right after this. Uh, can you get? Did the aura chart come up on the stream? I think it did. Okay. The reason why I wanted to do that is because I want to go to the good old Stockaroonie chain. Here, give me a second. I'm gonna take that out for a minute. I'll get out of here. That's not what I got. Okay, come on, open app. There you go. Okay. The people at Stockchain must be cooking, dude, because they said they were gonna come do a live session with us in Discord. And they haven't come in here. I'm like, yeah, come in, show us how to use this thing. Okay, let's see, active. Oh shit. You've had some decent ones. Somebody just bricked 500K today. There's been some big orders. I mean, somebody just no. This isn't really good information here, I would say. Let me see, active, completed. Yeah, there's nothing profound here to look at. Just because I'm here right now, and I'm gonna go to bonk. So daily trend, I would say, Moodang still is one of the bigger ones. You had Jesus. Is this the 3-day or the daily? Oh, look at the daily. Moodang's been going. Pengu's been going. Damn. What's up? Oh, really? God damn it. I didn't know that. I didn't know I had to put Moodang in my fucking calendar. But anyway, okay. It's Moodang good. Are you serious? Well, I'm kind of wondering why you didn't say nothing. Whatever. Next time, when it's fucking Peanut's birthday, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna tell King. His anniversary of his death, dude. Alright. I'm kidding. Okay, let me see. Bro, make 20K and give it all back. We all do fuck. Yeah, don't. What? Uh huh. What? Hmm. Barra chain. Oh, dude, the white screen, huh? mm. I'm kidding, dude. It's almost a meme, like when you guys talk about staking. I'm like, oh, Barachain, whoa, dude, whatever. Dude, Barachain's probably gonna go up a lot. That thing, when it runs, it runs. So that, dude, I like it. I like it more when it was dead. But I always saw that thing getting. You know what it is? Some of my friends were getting smoked, and then get smoked again, and then kept getting smoked. And I'm like, holy hell! Like, oof. Yes, dark mode. I've mentioned dark mode for Stockchain a lot. So anybody who's losing their vision, I'm losing it with you. So, meme coin. The meme coin action here. You had nice inflows today, 2.2 mil. Yeah, you had more buys than you did sells, and I think this is going to climb. These things here, I don't look at too much. I'm just gonna go over here and see what are the top tokens. So today, what the most has been bought is Dude, Bonk with WBTC. This Annie thing, wow, that thing ran pretty good. Ava, I think all of these right here are actually making a comeback. Icon has been, Icon has been going. Nub, I'm pretty stoked with Nub because I got it pretty low. So Nub is a good one. Oh wow, mother coming back. Nice, big ass is back. We'll look at it. I'm well. You're seeing buys here, like what happened, like volume as of today. So you saw some positive volume on these things. So they just squeeze. Yeah. All right, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Okay, so I mean, here are the ones that a lot of people don't like. I would say sometimes because they're high market cap. But okay, Collat is something that I'd watch out for. That thing just is starting. That's like I think a real product. Blue chip. I'm not sure what ZBCN is, but it's sitting at 326 mil market cap. Hosako, yeah, these keep coming back up. Annie seems to be something that's just gonna keep running. People were asking me about Sigma. Corey has been running. Obviously, Aura is going. We'll go into the chart with Bonk. Useless is probably. I mean, like I said, this thing is probably gonna go to 5 to 1 bill. Pengu's going to be taking a lot of market share. And then what is it? Mudang. So I'm going to leave it there. Let's go over to some of these other things. So we looked at Aura. Somebody asked me about ADM. ADM is one of those that, yeah, somebody took profit. Some people have been holding this, but as real quick, just so you guys can see, we'll go through a real quick one. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. What are we getting? Building right back over the previous high, like breaking that again. So we want to see this here for resistance, and or if this is a 1-2, pull back here, you're going to get a 3-4 and break the next high. And if we start breaking this high, the FOMO is going to ensue and this thing's going to start running even higher. So yes, I'm still bullish on an ADM. I haven't sold any. Did I? No, I didn't. So I'm holding strong. If I wanted to go higher, I need to be holding more. So that's just the way it is, guys. Fortunately, I got in nice and early, but I mean, if people are taking profit, I don't hate on it, but I'm gonna hold strong. Let's see. Oh, nice. Okay, anybody who was in Domo, look at this, beautiful. It finally took off. Hell yeah! I'm happy for a couple of the guys because they're really like, yeah, Domo took off. Yeah, we bought a bunch of it like at 200K market cap. So sweet. Yeah, we're gonna look at it. Yeah. Let me go look at Bonk. Let's see, little Bonk, dude. Bonk whispers back. I love it. I love it when people say that shit. My favorite is I forgot I was in a chat and somebody posted my chart and they didn't know I was in there and like, bro, the Bonk Whisperer said we're gonna go here. I was like, ah, oh, how funny. The old days. Yeah, guys. Swing high, swing low. There we go. 50%, 35, golden pocket, 40, 42 at 65. So, yep, there you go. I don't think you need to think about this trade that much. Yeah, it's on its way. Yeah. It's and somebody asked me like with certain charts, okay, BTC's coming down. Why does this keep going up? Why isn't it choking with the rest of the market? One, BTC dominance is actually declining. Number two, if the algos are already in action and there isn't like huge selling going on or something, you're probably gonna just keep going. Like it's just the algorithms have triggered to keep the chart going in the direction it is. even if the market's pulling back. So when people are like, "Oh my God, it's so strong against Bitcoin," yeah, it's that, but it's also participation from algos that it's already in its swing and it's just gonna do its thing. Um, let's see, BTC.D. What paid for your trip to what is it? Oh, nice, Othman. Are you serious? Aura paid for your Portugal trip? Sick. Sick. That's what I want to hear, dude. Hell yeah. Mm. Yeah, I mean, and I'll caution with you, right? If you're playing the leverage game, yes, of course, you want to pay attention to that stuff. But if you're just kind of holding, you look at it like this: every altcoin that you guys hold, meme coin or everything, you're holding leverage Bitcoin. So there you go. Reframe. So 8 hour, we're chilling. Let's go look at some data. Let me go look at it a little bit more for the people that are leveraged, right? And I there's people that are surgeons, right? We know this. There's people that are not surgeons. Those are the people that I that I worry about. Hey, I'm just gonna log it right here. You're like, oh. Yeah, dude. Well, this. Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah. I'm very similar like that way. I make sure to take some out. Let's see. Okay, when you look at this guy here, you see how you have the inverted head and shoulder on the 3 day here, and the bricks are just fired up. Momentum is to the high side, literally. I mean, like I said, if you're not looking at the smaller time frames, the trajectory of this is just the swing is to the highs. Yeah, and this is where you choked out last time, right in this area. So there's a like legit. There's a magnet there. I love the person on Twitter. He's a million X sniper. I'm an accountant, and fuck coin looks good right here. I love it. I'll go look at it in a second. But yeah, okay. This is looking good. Like I said, looks good for higher. Look at the 3 day. This is good. You're breaking the divergence that you had there. Momentum oscillator. You got that, that sine wave that's going to the high side. Yes, you're going into a little bit of the overbought territory, but that doesn't mean that you're going to get smoked. And if you look at the whale participation here, the swing is like aggressively moving higher. Something else to think about. Let's go look at the 2 day. 2 day looks like even if we pull back a bit, it's going to go higher. Okay, this on the daily, this is where you're starting to see a little bit of weakness. But I can see that happening if they run into this level. That's where you're probably going to get your pullback. That's what I'm looking at. If we're going to, let's just say we use this swing here and just use this harmonics for the sake of brevity and just clearly see it. Boom. Yeah, look, you got your, pretty much your almost 886 pullback. And if you get right to that high, what do you got? Yeah, not bad. That fits. So if you get that guy right there, this is going to be your prior 3, maybe consolidate a bit right in this area from a 382 down to maybe the B pivot here, get some flagging going, and everybody's saying it's over. That'll send you out. So atención to this level. What's that? I missed that. Yes, please. Yes, bonerific over here. Okay. Let's see. MOG and DGXX. Let me see. Domo. Hell yeah, Domo. I'm happy for the guys that are in that. Let me see here. Did you look at Viva yet? No. Let me see. Pump. Oh, yeah. We'll go look at pump too. Here, let's see. Let's get that out of the way. Yeah. I love that guy. What's his name? Alon. He's all like full Jew mode, and I'm like, yeah, there you go. You got that move, right? We got it. Little bit took a little bit of longer time, but yeah, got the 52. That's funny. Right to it. Boom. You are in a. Let's see where this is likely to go. This is probably simple. We can just look at this on a real simple retrace here. I don't like this because it's pretty much like a 3 in here, and I don't like using that this way, but we're just going to use it for because it's there. Yeah. Where did it hit? Pretty 69, of course. People front run 69, but you're probably gonna get up here to your 72, 75. Yeah. Yeah. I would get if we're pulling back 62 right in here, if that's the 4 wave, boom, forward, it'll send us into the 5th like that. That's where we're going to see if the market is, or if this is going to continue, because if they have different plans and they're going to try to pull this back, you're going to be looking at something like this, and then likely is where people are going to sell the bottom there or ditch it, and then it's going to run higher. Yeah, this thing has legs. It's brand new, guys. I think this is here's the other thing that can happen. Just because there has a lot of attention, I can see this doing just a 3, another 3, and then another 3, and then runs the high, and then runs all the lows, and then tell me you haven't seen that happen before. That's what I do. I'd be like, okay, get all the fuckers there, get all the fuckers here, and then go. Okay. That's pump. Let's go look at, okay, Theranos. Yeah, I cook on, I'm just leaving that one there. Let me see. Aura, we already went through. Let me see. Oh, this is a good one. Shout out to my boy Mike. Oh, Mammo. Mammo took a nice run. So we talked about that a couple times. So Mammo's doing good. What's going on with Crybaby? Interesting. I was in this and I was waiting for an entry again. You know any Jux, are you in here? I can't see you, that's why. Crybaby, we know anything? Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. This might. I. I might look at this one, and again, don't hate me on the whole Labubu thing. I'm just like, if this is a Cabal coin and there's gonna be beta to Labubu from a Cabal, I can see this going. So, and I'm just gonna leave that there. Here, I'm gonna do this one real quick because I keep getting asked. Let's see. Fuck coin. Man, the accountant that said that he's in this, he was correct. It looks like a good place to get in. There you go, guys. Fuck coin. Fuck you higher. Okay, what I what I do see is sideways, 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 sideways. You're probably gonna get another Dipperino, and that's the one. Yeah. This if this thing has legs, this is your accumulation. So be paying attention for this to run down and then go. This is a simple chart. Yeah. And if you guys just like, what's the high? Where are we at the low? 90% down. So as long as there's volume on this thing, you're not buying the top. You're buying 90% down from the top. So there you go. Not going to spend too much time on that. ADM we already did. Ava, let's go to Ava. Here, where's Ava? Yeah, bullish manipulation. So yeah, this thing from a higher time frame, yes, it's already starting to cook, dude. This is a real nice swing. It's already has already taken, right? Yeah, your bullish harmonic down here. I'll just draw it just because we're here. Just might as well. Might as well. So there you go. Boom. Okay. So you're breaking this block, and more. What I'm looking at it for is this. You had at a low, you had your harmonic, which is building your leg up. So if we're gonna, let me see what pivot. Let me see, where do we actually have something we can count? I'm gonna use this pivot here. Does this work? I'm pushing it here. I'm pushing it. But let's see. We know that one works. So 1272 on this guy. 382. I like it there. Let's see. Yeah, this puts us at about 90 cents on this thing. And we've seen where it's been before. Is this right? Damn, I forgot that this thing went this high. No, this is a regular chart. What? Yeah, I was like, what the hell? I'm, I, I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. And I'm like, wait a minute. It's Ava, right? Ava. Oh, that's right. It's Ava AI. I was like, wait a minute. I know that shit didn't go that high. I'm like, what? Mexi. I'm trying to see where I had my previous chart. I'm just gonna use the Mexi chart. Fuck it. Same thing though. Wow, this thing got murked right here. Oh, telling you, when Wintermute enters the chat, murked. Yeah, this thing has heat on it, so it's I would say it's kind of a no brainer of a trade. So you got your, like, right here, you got your high, you got run from the lows here, so you're in the next model. So really, you're looking at 9 cents right now, without too much of a fight, and anything that you start building above 9 cents here, that's where you're gonna get your 236 and then bounce up. So remember, 92 cents is, or 0.092 cents. This is gonna be an important place for this chart, because once you tag that break retest, then you're likely to go, and this thing is gonna break the old high. Yeah, in my opinion, it's gonna break the old high. Ava's a decent play. I like Ava for I mean, I know some people don't like AI, but we'll get over it. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Hey, you don't like this? We'll get over it. The only thing that I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, you don't like that, is like runes and ordinals. No, ordinals I like, but yeah, runes. If everybody's like, oh, runes, I'm gonna be like, yeah, whatever. Talk about the worst thing that was built on fucking in this cycle. Fight me. Yeah. I'm not being bearish. I'm just being realistic that runes suck. Fight me. Oh, I do. Trust me. I just like talking shit. Yeah, dude. That's see that was the problem. This and literally this is the actual problem. Uh, what? Oh, wait. Where is it? Farcoin Sailor over here. He's like, why do you always talk about Farcoin when I come in here? It's not true. I was about to go to it. Somebody else asked. You just show up at the right time. What are those? The NFT you have? I know I have those. What are they called? The the schizo. What is it? Like they're not they're not schizo something like that. Anyway, okay, fuck. Yeah, I think that where we got almost where we were looking for that entry was 117. We got that the last couple days. I think that maybe 114 still. No, this structurally, this looks sick. This looks good. So yeah, I want to be thinking about this way too much. Like if you get this lower entry here, that's a buy. You know, if you're trading, these are the places that you take a punt. You know, if it goes lower, then I caramba. But yeah, this is the punt area. You got a 236, lower limit of this pitchfork. You have a point of control, right? Like there's just a lot of confluence here for things to get bouncy around here. So that's Fartcoin. Uh, Salamis, there you go. We got that inverse head and shoulder. You're starting to like break above it and actually starting to hold a retest of it. So if we start actually having this thing play out, yeah, you're looking at 175 and a little bit higher over here. So I think the last time we said if this actually ends up playing out, you're looking at a 204. But again, if you're looking at precise or you're a leverage trade, you'd want to exercise a little more caution. But yeah, from here, all we need to do is start consolidating above 167 and higher we go. Okay, if we get smoked here, okay, we got to look at the downside too. The rotation to the low is going to be 117. I don't see that happening right now, considering that we're holding above here. But I'm just showing you guys the ranges that it could potentially hit, right? And buying up here, if you're buying up here, we don't do that. Buying premiums. Well, premium from where we were. So if you go up here and start building something, that's probably a better place is to buy a retest for the higher move. But that's playing it safe. Some people just like to shotgun it and put the whole meat in the pie. So there's that. And I'm gonna throw. What are you, Cuban? Cuban B. Somebody went on Cube and traded a pretty nice stack worth of volume on there. So from what I was told is that they're probably gonna get some reward or something. So I'm gonna throw the shameless shill again for Cube trade over there. Let me see here. I'm trying to look at any. That means Qs are feds, dude. They're feds I like, dude. They're the one. I'm gonna repeat it, dude. NFTs wouldn't be NFTs on Solana without the people behind Cube Exchange. Let me see. Oh, nobody asked me about Hype. I'm surprised. Look at that. Look at that beauty on Hype. Oh, it's going down to $2. Yeah, okay. Look at my balls. There you go. This one, yes. This one gets the... What? What was that? Somebody say something? Is it over? Okay. What did they ask for? HNT. I'm gonna cut it probably right after this. I think we covered a good amount. Let me see. HNT.